So. Der Knopf ist gedrückt. Oh, kurz groß. Hi. Der Knopf ist gedrückt. Wir sind live. Einen wunderschönen Sonntag. Mittag. 13:16 Uhr ist gerade. Für Zeit für ein wenig Entspannung in Genshin Impact. Einfach um die Main Story ein bisschen voranzutreiben. Mann. Mann. Also ich bin sehr, ehrlich gesagt, ich bin sehr überrascht über die Länge tatsächlich schon. Im Vergleich zu den bisherigen Versionen, die halt rauskamen, ist das schon relativ lang. Aber es ist auf jeden Fall ein guter Qualitätsanstieg, den wir haben in dem Spiel. Im Vergleich zu Inazuma. Sagen wir es so, Inazuma war nicht gut. Und warum muss ich husten aus dem Nichts? Das kotzt mich immer an. Entschuldigung dafür. Ja, wir sind auf dem Weg nach Ormos. Wir sollen auch Ormos gehen, um ein paar mehr Infos zu sammeln, eventuell um herauszufinden, wie wir an Kusanali rankommen. Aber, ne, ist als schwierig hier. Super schwierig. Es ist alles super schwierig hier. Eins. Yeah, boy. Wenn sowas auf der Welt hier rumgelaufen sein soll, ja. So ein riesen Ruinenkoloss. Riesiges Ding. Oder es für die Story verwendet werden könnte eventuell. Oh, holy shit. Shadow of the Colossus lässt grüßen. Da haben wir ein Problem. Da haben wir ein richtig fettes Problem. So. Ah. Joink. Perfekt. Wo ist mein Boot? Da vorne. Ja. Wo ist das Ding? Boot. Warum will ich aufs Trampolin wollen? Bootzeit. Hey, da vorne ist ein Fischer. Moment. Blip. Piep. 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 Wo ist er? Da vorne ist er. Geh mal kurz zum Fischermeister. Und schau mal, was er für Fisch haben will. Oder sie. Lumelat. Lumelar? Angeln ist mein Rashid. Aha. Was bedeutet Rashid? Rashid ist eine richtige Anleitung. Die richtige Anleitung ist Rashid. Das bedeutet, dort, wo ich herkomme, ist es auch mein Name. Was? Das ist auch mein Name. Was? Okay. Ich glaube, alles hat seinen Rashid. Ich fühle mich zum Angeln hingezogen und die Fische fühlen sich zu mir hingezogen. Moin, Meister Yoda, was geht? Hast du schon deinen Rashid gefunden? Ich weiß es nicht. Oh, die Musik ist nice. Ein Köder. Manach. Oh, toll. Was braucht man für die? Ganz viele von den Fischen. Für den Schwertfischer. Der ist nicht schlecht. Bogen. Cool. Brauchen wir auch Zeug. Urfischsalbe. Stabilisator. Ja, damit. Perfekt. Was macht denn der? Irgendwas stabilisieren. Okay. Ja. Du kannst den Angelschnur-Stabilisator von Angelvereinen in verschiedenen Städten erhalten und ihn als Hilfsmittel beim Angeln verwenden. Der Angelschnur-Stabilisator ist standardmäßig deaktiviert. Du kannst ihn deaktivieren, wenn du willst. Nett. Wenn du einen bestimmten Fisch angelst, verleiht der Angelschnur-Stabilisator dir Boni entsprechend der Menge dieser Art von Fisch, die du in der Vergangenheit geangelt hast. Oh, das ist gut. Macht's einfacher. Wenn du dich zum Beispiel in der idealen Spannungszone befindest, wird dein Angelfortschritt schneller voranschreiten. Gott, yes. Mit einem Stabilisator im besten Zustand kann der Angelfortschritt auch steigen, wenn die Angelschnur außerhalb der idealen Zone liegt. Du kannst die Menge jeweiliger Fischarten, die du geangelt hast, im Handbuch Lebewesen nachschauen. Oh, fuck yeah, das ist super gut. Das ist super praktisch. Ernsthaft, das ist super praktisch. Bin ich froh drum, dass sie sowas haben. So, ich sag mal, wir legen hier an. Anlegen, nicht kaputt ratschen. Noch ein Stück, noch ein Stück. Ah, verdammt. Ne. Und geparkt. Uff. Noch ein Stück. Noch ein Stück. Egal, steht. Oh. Dann schau mal, was wir so Schönes haben. Ziemlich eigenartiger Ort zum Anschauen. Ein Schreiner, Moment. Durch den Segen der Göttin der Pflanzen ist das neue Holz sehr stabil und weist kaum Defekte auf. Und du bist? Hallo, ich bin ein Schreiner. Wenn du Holzarbeiten zu erledigen hast, kannst du sie bei mir getrost überlassen. Ich erledige alle Holzarbeiten für die Leute in der Nachbarschaft. Der Preis ist erschwinglich und die Qualität garantiert. Du hast gerade eingetroffene Holz, ist stabil und dauerhaft. Und hat eine schöne Maserung. Wenn ich Möbel für dich herstellen soll, wäre dann jetzt der richtige Zeitpunkt dafür. Das ist ein Geschenk der Göttin der Pflanzen. Deshalb muss ich jedes einzelne Stück Holz in etwas Edles verwandeln. Aha. Wir in Sumeru haben es nur der Göttin der Pflanzen zu verdanken, dass wir inmitten einer so üppigen Flora leben können und nicht in einer verödeten Wüste versauern müssen. Die höhere Herrin Rukadevata hat die Wurzeln und die Nährstoffe hinterlassen und die Göttin der Pflanzen hat sie geerbt und beschützt sie jetzt. Deshalb haben alle ihre Erträge ihr zu verdanken. Besonders mein Handwerk ist mit den Bäumen verbunden. Deshalb bin ich der Göttin der Pflanzen sehr dankbar. Oh, ich dachte, du verkaufst mir was. Bruh. So ein Lump. Da ist ein Teleportpunkt. Haben will. Sieht aus wie ein Bazar. Wir würden sagen Flohmarkt. Gewürzhändler. Ein Goldhändler. Das Gold ist, du handelst mit Gold. Oh.
Come and have a good look yourself. Traditional spices of the highest quality, made with pride and experience.
You've got a deal. I can't thank you enough for always looking after my business.
Believe me, I'm not making this up. Several Eremite mercenary groups are nearly in open conflict, but does the core of 30 care? And that's not all. Did you know that...
Wow! Talk about hurly-burly! This place is busy! Guess that's only to be expected for the largest port in Sumeru. Maybe it's because of what Dia told us earlier, but Paimon can't seem to shake the feeling that there's also danger lurking in these crowds.
Bestimmt.
Let's get our bearings so we can start looking for leads. We know that whatever the Academia lost is related to the gods. But other than that, we don't have much else to go on. Osfun told us to try posing as Academia students while asking around. Paimon checked the Akasha on the way here, and the Academia doesn't seem to have any research facilities in Port Ormos. Paimon doesn't get it. Won't we look even more suspicious going around saying we're Academia students and asking about the stolen item?
Das könnte der Kern der Sache sein, dass wir eben so auffallen sollen. Paimon.
Well, given all the people that come through here every day, if there's any information to be found, Paimon bets we could find it in the market. Let's ask around and see what we come up with.
Okay. Fragen wir mal rum. Es gibt nichts Schöneres als Schmuck für Brautpaar herzustellen. Du bist? Ich habe mit dem Alten gequatscht von hier. Oh, toll. Ich habe mit dem gequatscht gehabt und... Ne? Ich wohne in der Nähe des Bazars und bin Kunsthandwerker. Ich stelle Goldgefäße her. Ich mache die Arbeit schon mein ganzes Leben lang und habe allerlei Goldgefäße in meiner Hand gehabt. In meinen Händen gehabt. Aber ich mache immer noch am liebsten Schmuck für Brautpaare. Cool. Wenn die kleinen Turteltäubchen ein neues Goldgefäß in den Händen halten und ihre Gesichter noch mehr strahlen als Gold, das macht mich auch sehr glücklich. Ach, wir hätten in letzter Zeit ein wenig kurzsichtig, wenn ich meinen Kopf beuge, um die Schnittmuster zu zeichnen, sehe ich verschwommen. Sollte ich mir vielleicht besser einen Lehrling suchen? Gold. Hallo, Elham.
Welcome. Welcome. How can I help you too?
Hi there. We would like to ask you a question. Do students from the academia ever come to Port Ormos?
Of course. Especially around this time of year. Students from Sumeru City that are about to graduate often come to Port Ormos to cut loose a little. Many people often talk about how hard it is to get accepted into the academia, let alone graduate. But those who finish their studies and go on to become full-time researchers at the academia have it even harder. Sure, we may not be Sumeru City, but Port Ormos offers beautiful scenery and a stress-free environment. Some even say it's good luck to come to Port Ormos, so students and researchers come flocking here when things get to be too much at the academia. You see over there? Those are students from the academia.
Sie machen einen ernsten Eindruck.
They've been looking worried and miserable ever since they got here a few days ago. If you ask me, the life of a merchant is better. So long as the Akasha teaches us what we need, then life is good.
Those students seem to be discussing something. Let's see if we can listen in.
Okay. Wo ist sie hin?
That guy does nothing but smooth talk all day.
Sehr zungenfertig, was? Hümpf. Werd ich verärgert? Na, der Typ. Wer sonst? Er macht den ganzen Tag nichts, als schmierig daherzureden. Wir sind zusammen aufgewachsen, deshalb kenne ich ihn genau. Wenn du hier einen triffst, der ständig von Begegnungen und Schicksal schwafelt, darfst du ihm nicht trauen. Er redet schön daher, aber kann aber nichts, außer in den Straßen herumzuschleichen. Hoffentlich schaut sich mein kleiner Bruder das nicht beim ab und wird auch so nichts nutzen. Na, dein kleiner Bruder? Ja, ich habe einen ganz kleinen Bruder. Er sollte mit seinem Kumpel unterwegs sein. Aus irgendeinem Grund ist er in letzter Zeit aber ganz wild auf Packtiere. Sein Freund hat zu Hause Packtiere. Er besucht ihn bei jeder Gelegenheit. Und immer, wenn mir ein Händler etwas liefert, dann starrt er ohne Unterlass auf sein Packtier. Ja, das ist schon in Ordnung, so wie es ist. So ist es gut. Wenn er zeitig lernt, was Händler so tun, kann er der Familie mit den Geschäften helfen, wenn er groß ist. Okay. Hallo, ihr drei.
Out of all my commissions,
It's no good. I've tried asking around, but I haven't been able to learn anything useful. Not to mention that a bunch of scary-looking Eremite mercenaries have been posted along the streets now.
There's been a lot of fighting between the different Eremite factions in Port Ormos. If we choose to move on our own, then it would be wise to steer clear of them. Especially the group that's constantly shouting some stuff about the Scarlet King and some resurrection. I've even heard that the Citadel of Regzar is starting to get fed up with them. What was that group called again? Ein something or other?
They're called Ein el Ahmar. Today, I heard that the thing we're after might be in their possession at the moment.
Wait, come again?
Don't you see? Many of the Eremites in Port Ormos deal with trading this kind of thing. They're usually pretty wary of outsiders, but not so with students of the academia. It's because the kind of goods that students are looking for aren't the kind of goods that Eremites are after. As long as they know you're a student, then deals can be made. I've heard that Ein al-Hakmar likes to set up shop at the Jafar Tavern. Supposedly, if you're willing to part with 500,000 Mora, he'll give you info on anything.
Wait, did you say 500,000? If information alone costs that much, then how could we ever afford to buy what we're looking for? I guess we might as well give up on trying to graduate this way.
I wouldn't worry too much. Our field of research is very niche. Who else could possibly be after that kind of shady knowledge? I bet it's practically worthless to anyone aside from us.
Well, I guess that makes sense. Then the only thing left for us now is to find a way in. Why don't we all just pool our money together and pay for the information?
Aber mit dem Mora, ne?
Did you hear that? A niche field of research and shady knowledge? It all sounds pretty suspicious to Paimon.
Bro.
Is knowledge something people just buy and sell like that?
So, ohne Scheiß, die Musik war gerade richtig. Wow. Ich konnte mich nicht aufs Gespräch konzentrieren. Ist mir scheißegal, was ich gesagt habe. Ich habe einfach voll gewiped zur Musik. Also, sie wollen Wissen kaufen, was die Typen da haben, eventuell für eine halbe Mille Mora, was lächerlich viel ist. Ja, bescheuert. Die der Akademie geraubte Sache hat auch was mit Wissen zu tun. Wissen ist Macht und Wissen ist ganz viel wert.
So, what's our plan?
Versuchen wir mit der Goldbrigade zu sprechen.
Didn't you hear what they just said? Buying information is going to cost us 500,000 Mora. Have you lost your mind?
Sie werden versuchen, uns zu betrügen. Werde ich ihnen nicht vergeben. Falls wir versuchen, uns zu betrügen, werde ich ihnen nicht vergeben. Oh, toll.
Oh, all right. Paimon never thought she'd agree to parting with that kind of Mora. But if you know what you're doing, then we should give it a shot.
I don't. Das ist der Fun-Part. Hallo. Na?
500,000? That's a lot of Mora.
Yeah.
Do you really think that Ein El Akmar group can give us reliable info about what we're after?
We should discuss things thoroughly before we make any moves.
Besser ist, Jungs, besser ist. Auf zur Taverne. Jesus, was hat die denn? Sind alle so mega pissig auf den einen Typen, oder was? Ist ja übel. Oh, die sind da lang. Also ich kann mir vorstellen, dass hier zu leben einerseits voll cool ist, andererseits, fuck, ist das nass. Oh, Durchgang. Oh, jetzt, hier ist schön. Okay, da vorne ist die Händlerbucht und die ist nicht so toll, aber die hier ist schön. Obsthändlerin. Yo. Hier ist cool. Also der direkte Hafenbereich ist ziemlich cool. Der Händlerbereich ist Mist. Ich mag's hier.
This is the place we heard those students talking about. Let's find a seat somewhere and see if we can spot the group they mentioned.
Na dann.
Should I adjust the shipping schedule?
Oh, you've arrived. Please take a seat.
Aha.
So, they think that they can go toe-to-toe with the boss? Ha! Once we reclaim the power of the Scarlet King, they'll be the first that the boss punishes.
They're nothing to be afraid of. Our main rival now is the Caracal Battalion. They've also amassed a significant amount of Mora this time, so we mustn't underestimate them.
How can the Caracal Battalion compete with the boss when they're nothing but a bunch of money-grubbing opportunists out for a quick Mora?
Yeah, with Boss's fervent devotion, he'll be able to use this power to bring our god back this time.
Huh. All these guys talk about is the Scarlet King, so they're probably the ones we're looking for.
Greater Lord Ruka Devata. That traitor and her followers must not be spared. The day will come when the Scarlet King exacts vengeance on Sumeru, and all of them shall be punished.
Verräterin? Was für Verräterin?
Yeah, Paimon was wondering what they meant too. We should ask about that if we get the chance later.
Was meine ich mit Verräter? Darf ich mich setzen? Ich setze mich mal, ne? Hi. Ich hätte mal eine Frage. Da sie schon so ganz nett hier sind. Und zwar, wir brauchen dann Information. So.
Huh? Who are you? What do you want?
Ich bin ein Student der Akademie.
A student? What's a student from Sumeru City doing in Port Ormos?
Ich möchte also über diese Sache erfahren.
Ah, well, if it's info you want, you've come to the right place. The question is, can you afford it?
Ah ja, hier 500.000 Mora, ne?
Paimon
Here, this is the merchant's address. Whatever you're looking for, you'll find it there. Hmm? Well, what are you waiting for?
Dankeschön. Ich hatte nur eine kleine Frage.
Oh, that's right. We heard you mention the Scarlet King just now. We're actually interested to know more because we're archaeology students.
Fine. Since you've already handed over the Mora, I guess I can throw in a little extra info.
Danke.
As you can see, members of Ain al-Ahmar are devout believers of the Scarlet King. Years ago, the Scarlet King founded the great desert nation that was our homeland. It was an advanced civilization, far beyond anything you'll see in present-day Sumeru.
Ui.
The Scarlet King was the rightful god of wisdom, but he was betrayed by a companion he trusted. She even stripped him of his title, God of Wisdom.
So, you mean the traitor was...
Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, yes. That shameless wretch destroyed the Scarlet King's civilization, and our ancestors were forced to flee to this land where we were made to suffer the tyranny of our enemies. Furthermore, she conspired with the Academia to cover up the truth of her actions, and create the merciful and benevolent facade for which she is now known. Ugh, just thinking about it sickens me. But the story doesn't end there, oh no. The Scarlet King isn't truly dead. The voice of the Oracle has been heard in the desert, prophesying his resurrection. Mark my words, our god shall return. And when that day comes, all followers of the traitor and all the desert dwellers who have forgotten their true god will suffer retribution together.
Ich sag nicht, dass er falsch liegt mit, dass das passieren wird. Ich bin ziemlich falsch damit, dass er so übertrieben auf diese ganze Sache abwehrt. Weil cool, wenn der Typ da zurückkommt, um ein bisschen die Sachen auszuklären. Cool. Aber so übertrieben darauf zu reagieren, wenn irgendwas passiert ist, keine Ahnung wie viele Jahren. Chill. Um Himmels Willen. Was geht dich das an? Juckt doch keine Sau. Und vor allem, wir müssen unter der Tyrannie leben, der Leute hier. Bro, du hast in der Bar, du chillst hier rum, kriegst fett viel Mora in die Fresse, ja? Und trinkst aus deinen Drinks. Also bitte, chill mal dein Leben, Junge.
If what I'm saying makes you shiver with fear, it might not be too late for you to become a believer of the Scarlet King.
Kannst du das mit dem Orakel-Test erläutern?
I don't have anything to say to you Academia people about that. I think this conversation has reached its end.
Aww.
Not just yet. This man is a fraud.
Huh?
Oh?
You again? Deranged Academia lunatic.
Yes, it's me again. I already warned you that if you weren't willing to sit and discuss things with me, I'd take measures to make things uncomfortable for you. Listen to me. That address he gave you is fake. Or at least, you won't find a merchant waiting for you there. This group has been boasting all around that they can provide information on a certain item as a means of luring people into their territory.
Oh.
Once you show up, they keep up the act until they have hard evidence that you want to purchase said item. Then they use that to squeeze you for all the more you're worth.
Hey! Shut it all, Hatham! What are you playing at, trying to ruin our business like this, hmm?
I told you the other day. I wish to discuss my terms with your boss.
Ha! The boss made it perfectly clear that he won't negotiate with you.
Yes, and in no uncertain terms. But that was then. It does not preclude him from changing his mind in the future.
I'm warning you. Don't push us, or this could get ugly. We don't usually get rough with people from the Academia because it just complicates things. For a lunatic like you, though, we might just have to make an exception.
If you're suggesting that we escalate this from a verbal exchange to a physical one, I accept. After all, even the Archons used war to negotiate the ownership of Tevat.
Oh.
If, on the other hand, we can't agree on any means of negotiation at all, then I'm afraid my next course of action will sting a little more than the mere falling through of a few business deals. I will jeopardize the Eremite's reputation, which I know you value above all else. I am quite confident that if I began to take such action, your boss would willingly approach me himself. However, I fear that by then, some things will have happened that cannot be undone. Also, a word of advice. I suggest you tell your boss exactly what happened here today. Otherwise, he might blame you for not telling him in the future.
What did you say?
Consider this. Have I ever failed to follow through on my word in the past?
This guy is really out of his mind.
Okay then. If you really have a death wish, let's meet a week from today. The pier in front of the Pharos Lighthouse, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, sharp. Don't expect us to hold back.
Not so fast. First, you return the 500,000 more to them.
Dankeschön.
Please, I beg you, don't provoke them. We can't afford any trouble with this crowd. They haven't even paid for their food yet.
Ah, Mr. Iman. There appears to be fewer staff in the restaurant recently. This wouldn't happen to be because they're all busy spreading the word to the students, would it?
Well...
Someone who chooses to do business with a group like that really can't afford to get so flustered the instant someone confronts them about it. Consider the meal compensation for our silence. I'd say you're getting an excellent deal.
Whoa.
Damn.
Did you see that? He not only got us our Laura back, but sent the Amorites running too.
Der Typ ist ein absoluter Giga-Chat. Kommt rein, macht die komplett fertig, haut dem anderen Typen noch in die Fresse verbal und haut ab. Absoluter Giga-Chat-Move. Holy shit. Und er ist cool. Damn.
Plus, he seems to know a lot about what's going on around here. Let's catch up with him and ask some questions.
Damn.
He went that way! After him!
Na?
Please, just leave. Forget the cost of the meal. Just, pretend nothing happened today.
Ich weiß nicht. Also, du bist voll am Arsch, Bro. Oh, Alter, ich will auch so ein Ding haben, Alter. Schöner geiler Ofen, ja. Ah, voll cool. Wie haben sie genannt? Altheim? Alheim? Typ ist voll epic, Alter, ohne Scheiß. Und der ist Dendro, was cool ist. Das heißt, sein Moveset wird wahrscheinlich auch richtig bombastisch sein. Wann immer der rauskommt. Alhaitham.
What do you want?
Vielen Dank für deine Hilfe.
No need for thanks. My goal was to get to them, and you two gave me just the opportunity I needed. We're even. Oh, I advise you to keep your distance from them. Since they weren't able to make off with your Mora in the end, they might harass you again in the future.
Oh, toll.
All right. Goodbye.
Hold your horses! We still have something to ask you about! Since you tore through their scam right in front of them, you must know the real story about certain something, no?
Who exactly are you two? And why are you inquiring about that?
Ich bin Student der Akademie.
A student. Right. Look, you should know that those thugs conducting business with you had nothing to do with your lie.
Vielleicht können wir die von dir genannten Bedingungen reden. Ich meine, Kampffähigkeit gar nicht schlecht.
Huh? Oh, yeah! He's really strong. Weren't you saying something about a physical exchange? We can help with that.
He doesn't even have a vision. Forget it.
Maybe not, but he can still use elemental energy. Otherwise, there's no way we'd go asking for info from from guys like that. Those hot-headed thugs are definitely gonna bring a lot of backup for your next meeting. Even if you don't go alone, you won't regret taking us with you.
Ja.
All right, I accept. Got a pen and paper? If you're searching for someone who sells that kind of merchandise, I'll give you one of their addresses, and you can try your luck. We'll reconvene at the appointed time by the pier. It doesn't matter if you show up or not.
So, since you were happy to give us this merchant's information, does that mean you can tell us exactly what we're after?
You were willing to part with 500,000 Mora for something and you didn't even know what it was? Okay. Well, if you truly are as skilled as you claim, then you can beat the answer out of them when they become hostile. Look, if you've been making inquiries, then you have to know something by now. Tell me what you know so far, so I don't waste time repeating information.
We know it's connected to the academia somehow, and that not only do the Eremites deal in it, but some students want to get a hold of it too. What else?
Dass sie eine Art Wissen ist.
You know almost everything there is to know, but you're unable to compile this information because you've never seen the object before.
Yeah.
This is what you've been looking for.
Ah, hi.
Huh? Paimon can't tell what it is. It looks like some kind of ornament.
This is a knowledge capsule. To put it simply, it's a vessel that can store a fixed quantity of canned knowledge. It's like a miniature Akasha.
Wissenskonserve? Wie so eine Konserve, die man aufmacht und hat dann Würstchen drin? Nur halt mit Wissen? Begrenzte Menge an Wissen in der Dinges? Das klingt wie eine SD-Karte.
Anyone who links it to their personal Akasha terminal instantly becomes privy to its contents.
Okay. Wirklich jeder?
Correct. Anyone. Unlike the Akasha, which heavily regulates who can access what information, knowledge capsules confer their contents without any requisites.
That's amazing.
It's essentially a convenient and harmless vestibule for knowledge. Unfortunately, it's illegal in Sumeru to privately possess or trade them.
Oh.
They were created as a means for scholars to transfer knowledge gained from Irminsul into the Akasha, and are intended to be destroyed immediately after use.
Also ist es quasi ein... Während das Akasha-Ding das Internet ist, ist das quasi das Dark Web. Wo man speziell halt nur einen Eingang hat. Okay, cool.
But despite strict regulations, some of these knowledge capsules will always escape destruction. After all, there will always be those in this world who are dissatisfied with life as designed for them by the Akasha and wish to change their fate. Over the past century, a wide variety of canned knowledge has been leaked from the academia. Now, in Port Ormos, the valuable ones are a means to Mora for the Eremites. Meanwhile, those which the Eremites deem to be useless to them occasionally prove useful to the common citizens and hapless academia students. Well, I think that about sums it up.
Ich glaube, vor kurzem ist er aus der Akademie gestraubt worden. War es halt auch so eine Wissenskonserve?
So that's your true objective.
Ich möchte einiges darüber erfahren.
With our current arrangement, I don't believe I can offer an answer.
Was wäre die dazu benötigte Bedingung?
You're still resolved. Fine. Let's talk somewhere with fewer people.
Ich werde nicht grau. Wobei, mach silbern, das passt wesentlich besser. Blond passt nicht zu mir. Braun finde ich auch langweilig. Schwarz geht einigermaßen, aber nicht zu sehr, ne? Dunkles Braun, sag mal Kastanie oder sowas. Das geht in Ordnung. Aber grau ist halt voll stilvoll.
Talk to the bartender if you want a drink.
Okay. Boah, die handeln hier mit Dingens. Mit Jade. Mit Nachtjade. So,
let's continue our conversation here. If you wish to learn more about the knowledge capsule that the Academia lost, then you must help me with something.
Was muss ich tun?
I need you to find someone named Dory, a traveling merchant. Unlike the peddlers who hawk inferior knowledge capsules, she often has quality goods in stock. Some say that as long as there is profit to be made, there is nothing she won't dare to sell. She's guarded against people from the academia because most of her wares don't comply with academia regulations. I think she blacklisted me. I met with her informant, but it soon became clear that they had no intention of letting me get any further. Become one of Dory's customers and earn her trust. This is my condition for further collaboration.
Okay.
Why do you want us to meet with her?
Hat er gerade gesagt, er kommt nicht selber ran.
Until you complete this task, you don't have question privileges.
Fine. So how do we go about doing this?
You two are outlanders who haven't been here for long, so Dory should view you as safe clients. I'll give you the informant's address and their contact password. Beyond the password, though, I have no way of knowing what other tricks she might have up her sleeve. You'll have to improvise.
Okay.
This is kind of nerve-wracking.
The true challenge begins after you meet her. She has a keen nose for Mora and a shrewd eye for wares, and she only likes customers who she deems to have good taste. I'll prepare some funds for you. Buy her highest quality wares and earn her approval.
But we only just saw a knowledge capsule for the first time. We don't know how to tell which ones are good and which ones are bad. Is that something we can learn quickly?
That's true. Have you two heard of elemental sight?
Oh ja, das kann ich. Ja.
Oh, that's a surprise. Guess I'll have to hold you in higher regard. Anyway, that ability should resolve your issue.
Okay. Bis später.
Here are 2 knowledge capsules. Tell me, can you detect any difference in their quality?
They look the same to Paimon.
Das
Try
eine hat
inspecting
größere
them with elemental
Sparkles.
sight.
Der hat mehr, ja, wollte gerade sagen, der hat mehr Sparkles drumherum.
How'd it go? Did you see anything?
Die Wiesenkonserven leuchten beide grün. Die linkere leuchtet etwas stärker.
Rumor has it that higher quality knowledge capsules generally appear brighter when viewed through elemental sight.
Okay.
That's because knowledge originates from Irminsul, the root of Dendro power itself. The more powerful the knowledge, the richer it is in Dendro energy. However, some canned knowledge with a high concentration of elemental energy is of little use in contemporary times, so those capsules are of little value. Using elemental sight is merely a stopgap measure, but it should suffice for earning Dory's trust.
That sounds pretty impressive.
Here's a sheet with the informant's location and contact password, and here is the Mora for purchasing canned knowledge. Don't be cheap. You'll need to spend to catch Dory's eye. If there's any Mora left over, just keep it.
Oh boy.
Oh, and be sure to exercise some caution. There have been Matra present in Port Ormos lately. Your efforts will be for naught if they catch you.
Matra?
Ich würde sagen, was ist Matra?
They belong to the Academia's regulatory body. They also handle cases of illegal canned knowledge transactions. Like I said, the Academia has banned both their trade and possession. The Matra are razor sharp. You're in for nothing good if they lock their sights onto you. If you two want to back out, now's the time.
Gibt es überhaupt irgendeine Seite in Sumeru, die gut ist? Das ist der Hammer, Alter. Jeder ist irgendwo böse. Das ist so schlimm. Ich stelle mich diesem Risiko.
Okay, then we have a deal. If you succeed in your dealings with Dory, come find me at the Wikela Funduk.
Okay.
We'll have an open discussion then.
Looking at what Al-Haytham wrote, Dory's informant is a traitor near Old Ormos. Let's follow these instructions and try to get in contact with him.
Oh, die Musik ballert richtig hart hier in dem Gebiet. Das ist der Hammer. Da haben wir die Tabelle der Deckwörter. Mal schauen. Überhaupt nicht süße Harafrüchte kaufen, um den Informanten zu sagen, dass du hier bist, um Dory zu sehen. Trauerblumen tragen, Wissenskonserven kaufen. Also Harafrüchte, Trauerblumen. Sumeru tragen, legale Waren kaufen. Maus, Gast. Rischbolantiger, Matra. Die Maus hat das geklaut, etwas wird verkauft. Rischbolantiger hat das geschnappt, etwas wurde vom Mantra beschlagnahmt. Verpacke nach Sumeru-Art, nur wenige Waren kaufen. Verpacke nach Ormos-Art, viele Waren kaufen. Auf ihr scheint begabt zu sein, folgt Harafrucht, die Schwindelgefühle und Ohrenklingen verursacht. Auf ihr scheint gelehrt zu sein, folgt Harafrucht, die Hitzeschlag verursacht. Okay. Gemerkt. Let's go. Hallo Lattisch.
Hello. What are you two looking to buy?
Was? Oh, come on. Wir hätten gerne ein paar überhaupt nicht, süße Haarreife? Reife Haferfrüchte.
Wait, are you sure you're remembering that right?
Süße war das?
Doesn't think it was that on the paper.
Ein paar süße Haferfrüchte, tut mir leid.
What a unique palate. We have unripe hara fruits, but we usually keep them in the back. I'll have someone escort you.
Okay, danke.
Following the paper got us past the first round.
Ronak, these two want to buy unripe hara fruits. Show them to the warehouse.
Got it. You two, please follow me.
Das ist gemein, dass sie einfach wirklich nur ein Wort geändert haben, was das
You
Adjektiv
two have
ist.
a fascinating fashion sense. We haven't seen a customer wearing a Sumeru rose for quite some time.
Hold on. Let me think. Sumeru rose means common merch. No, look again. We're obviously wearing morning flowers.
Ah, my mistake. I do apologize.
Whew. That pop quiz sure was scary.
The warehouse is up ahead. Please follow me.
Okay. Soll man vielleicht mal auffrischen. Moment. Nicht die Theatergruppe, das brauchen wir nicht. Genau, es war Traublumen für die Wissenskonserven kaufen. Maus ist Gast. Tiger ist Mantra. Maus hat was geklaut, wurde verkauft. Wir wollen Sumeru Art oder Ormos Art? Müssen wir schauen. Huch. Was? Was? Der Auftrag wird derzeit andersweitig beansprucht. Prüfe die Details. Verschmähte Holzfigur? Are you serious? Wirklich? Ha! Ist das nicht ein Dingens? Unsere Sidequest-Zeug oder Event-Quest? Moment. Das ist eine Event-Quest. What the fuck? Warum muss ich die machen? Das ist scheiße. Wie komme ich da hoch? Oh, das ist blöd. Oh, das ist ein cooles Tor. Ah, da ist er wieder hoch. Oh Mann, jetzt muss ich echt die Sidequests mitmachen, ey. So ein Shitte. Hallo!
Port Ormos is pretty great. There's so many new and interesting things. Not to mention all the tasty food. Sumeru's largest commercial port sure lives up to its name. Look at all the merchants. And everyone seems excited just to be here.
Ich frage mich, ob die irgendwann mal alle älteren Event-Quests verfügbar machen, die man dann in den älteren Gebieten halt Mondstadt und Liyue, dass man die halt spielen kann, auch wenn die Events nicht verfügbar sind. Einfach nur so von wegen. Die Sachen sind da, die sind story-relevant, packen wir ins Spiel rein, gut ist. Für Leute, die halt ein bisschen mehr Zeug sammeln wollen oder so. Fände ich halt gut. Es ist Paimon, die zu energetisch ist. Energisch ist. Es gibt hier wohl auch niedergeschlagene Leute.
How did things end up like this?
All thanks to your artistic license. That's how. I should have made you wait until we got an update from Tanja.
But when I finished the prototype Aranara yesterday, you agreed that the kids would like it. That's why we tried bringing it out for a test run today.
Well, I never thought they'd dislike it so much.
Hart.
Oh, what should we do?
Und da haben wir niedergeschlagene Leute.
Yeah. Compared to everyone else, they seem really down in the dumps. Let's go find out what's going on. Oh, hey there. Paimon's name is Paimon, and he's a traveler who is just passing by. Is
Oh, I noticed you two a moment ago. Welcome to Akara Crafts, the best toy store in Port Ormos. At least for now.
Oh.
What's bothering us is this prototype Aranara. To start with, could I get your opinion on it?
Prototype Aranara? You mean this wood carving here? It looks like a mushroom monster to Paimon.
Das sieht aus wie ein Toad. Hört sich eher wie der Name eine Waffe an. Sieht aber nicht sehr glücklich aus. Oh.
Oh, there we have it. The verdict is in. What a headache.
Not the first negative feedback we've had.
Oh.
So, what exactly is a prototype Aranara?
So for context, Aranara are magical creatures in Sumeru fairy tales that live in the forest.
Mm-hmm.
For the store's 20th anniversary, we plan to release a series of hand-carved toys based on the Aranara stories that kids know and love.
Aww.
This is a prototype we made to get an idea of how they would react.
Okay.
But when we put it out there, the reaction was not quite what we'd anticipated.
Sie sind ein klein
They
bisschen...
thought it looked like a mushroom too, huh?
No, worse than that, actually. I can't quite describe it, though. And I'm also not very good with kids. Maybe you could ask them for yourselves.
Die Kinder so, das sieht aus wie ein Penis. Oh. Es sieht aus wie ein Penis. Oh. Hi.
This is not an Aranara. No way. I've read Uncle Tanja's Aranara and the Ill Little Fungus. It says that Aranara are supposed to be chubby and squishy. The carving looks nothing like that.
Toys do look better when they're round and chubby. Uncle Tonder said in Aranara's vow that you can deceive the eyes, but you can't deceive the heart.
Aw.
This carving makes me feel lost and confused inside. I don't think the creator put his heart into it at all. It's nothing like an Aranara.
Wow.
Ooh, didn't put his heart into it, huh? Oh, sounds like one of those things that's easier said than understood.
Kassid and Alia didn't like this carving, but I think it's okay. It doesn't look too happy, so it's kind of pitiful in a cute way.
Aw. Die Mitleidstour. Okay.
Oh, a positive review!
Yeah, so I would totally ask my dad to get it for me, if it wasn't meant to be a Nara.
Oh, well, that took a sudden turn for the worse. We asked the children for their opinions.
Oh, how did it go? Has it maybe, grown on them at all?
Das ist leider nicht so der Fall.
Oh, this is such a shame. Why isn't Tanger back from Gandharvaville yet?
Oh, the kids kept mentioning an Uncle Tanger too. Who is he exactly?
Uncle Tanger is a famous children's author here in Port Ormos. He wrote quite a few stories in the past, but none of them were popular among children. Just like our prototype Aranara.
Oof.
But around a year or so ago, he suddenly had a eureka moment or something. And suddenly the children loved every one of his stories.
That's right. My little Ghaffari loves his stories too. The whole reason we decided to make these carvings was because we saw just how popular the Aranara are among children. We asked Tanja for guidance, but right after he agreed, he went off to Gandharvaville with his son to look for inspiration. They haven't returned yet. We were running out of time, so we had no choice but to carve an Aranara based on our own imaginations. As you can see, this was the result.
Oh, we have to do something. Hey, since you're the famous traveler, could you do us a favor and look for Tanger in Gandharvaville, he doesn't have to come in person if he's too busy. Just ask him to write down his suggestions and bring his notes back to us, if you could. Please, if only to put a smile on the children's faces. And, of course, you'll be well compensated for doing us the favor.
They seem pretty desperate. Let's help them out. To see the kids smile. And also for our reward.
Gerade mit Paimon. Wie macht's für die Kinder? Ach ja, und dem Geld. Oh Mann. Die Typen wissen nicht, wie so ein Ding aussieht. Die wissen nur von Hörensagen, wie das Ding irgendwie auszusehen hat und können sich nichts darunter vorstellen. So fühlt sich das an, außer das komische Ding, von wegen, es ist komisches Ding, Pilzkopf, irgendwie sowas. Als Anfang-Ding ja nicht schlecht, wenn man davon mehrere herstellen würde und sie dann als Kollektiv verkaufen kann. So von wegen, das ist die Aranara-Crew. Yeah. Oder der Aritaki-Crew oder sowas. Dann würde es eventuell besser ankommen als eine Figur, die so doof aussieht. Weil etwas, was hässlich ist, funktioniert in der Gruppe besser. Ich weiß nicht, ob ich es sagen soll. Ja, doch, so in so Serien wie How I Met Your Mother beispielsweise, ne? Und Barney. Von Barney gesagt, ganz viele hässliche Personen in einer Gruppe sehen automatisch schöner aus, als sie eigentlich sind. Trennt man die Herde voneinander, ja, die einzelnen Tiere von der Herde, dann merkt man erst, was man an denen hat. Klingt gemein, ist aber was Wahres dran tatsächlich. Kann natürlich auch in die andere Richtung gehen. Aber eher in die eine. Machen wir es Paimons heiß ersehnten Endgeld zuliebe. Yay, Money. Na dann, suchen wir den Typen. Oh, beziehungsweise ich kann die Quest weitermachen, was? Wirklich? Jetzt auch mal geht die Quest weiter. Bruh. Wir machen die Quest weiter und machen das später weiter. Ja. So. Bisschen Sidetrack geworden. Hallo.
Before I retrieve your products, I need to confirm a few things.
Okay.
Please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice.
Ah, mein Glückwunsch.
Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to know.
Ah, gut.
You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Am besten sollte es nicht nur schwindig, sondern auch unsere Ohren klingeln lassen. Ich hätte doch lieber solche, die den Hitzschlag verursachen.
No, that's not it. The paper said that heat stroke is the answer to erudition. Eating something that causes heat stroke sounds horrifying.
Wirklich? Nö.
I'm sorry. But as things currently stand, we won't be able to fulfill your order.
Bruh.
Why don't you two think things over?
He's cautious of us. Let's take a closer look at the paper that Al-Haytham gave us.
Wow, ein Fehler, der sagt, nö, hart. Der hat mich gezeittrackt, die Typen. Das ist nervig. Also, das mit dem Mäuse hat was gekauft, ist von wegen geklaut, die haben es verkauft. Scheint begabt zu sein. Folgt Hara-Frucht, das schöne Gefühl dort Ohrenklinge verursachen. Okay. Auf ihr scheint gelehrt zu sein, folgt Hara-Frucht, die Hitzeschlag verursacht. Ah, okay, begabt und gelehrt. Bro. Das ist ja übel.
Before I retrieve your product, please forgive me, but we may not have sufficient stock for you today. Earlier, many of our hara fruits were taken by mice. Thanks. If better goods come in, you'll be the first to. You look like you have some skill. Why don't I pick out some fruits that'll make you dizzy?
Am besten noch Ohren klingeln lassen.
Yep, that's the right answer. But eating hara fruit that makes your head and ears ring sounds like a bad life decision.
Would you like your hara fruits to be packaged in the Sumeru City or Port Ormos style?
Ah, das ist die Menge, ne? Wenig oder viel. Nach Ormos Art.
Wow, you two sure are generous customers. We'll be sure to package your products.
Weil wir müssen ja viel Geld ausgeben, ne? Deswegen Ormos Art.
Okay. Everything has been confirmed. Miss Dory is waiting for you up at... Shoot! It's the Matra! Run!
Hallo.
What? The matcha? Where? I'll hate them said we're done for if they catch us. We gotta get out of here.
Bitte, der läuft. So viel zu
We
Tigerzeug.
don't know this area, so let's follow that informant.
Ist das eine gute Idee, den Typen zu folgen? Ich weiß nicht. Hallo.
He ran that way.
Der ist doch ganz schön auf Zack, der Junge. Welche Matra sieht denn der Typ? Warte mal, war das ein Geheimdingen? Ah. Nee. Er hat die Geheimwörter nicht genutzt. Dem Lack. What the? Der kann aber rennen. So, Hansel. Nett hier oben.
Hey! If you're hiding from the Rishbaland tiger, come this way!
Another password. Huh? Oh, that voice came from behind the building on the right.
Here, over here. You can stop running now.
Huh.
So you were the one who was calling out to us just now. But, are we definitely gonna be safe here?
These two good customers wish to buy some horror fruit, Miss Dory. And if there's nothing else, I'll just excuse myself.
Oh, very good. Thank you.
Bye.
Huh? Wait, you're Dory? Paimon sure thought you'd look a whole lot scarier.
Hey, what are you trying to say, Princess Pea-Brain? I can be scary enough when I need to be, believe you me. If you don't watch what you say, then you can forget about doing any business. But it seems you two have actually done pretty well so far. Not only did you manage to find the informant, your reactions were also pretty sharp. You don't really look like criminals or anything, but I bet my Mora that you've been involved in some shady dealings, haven't you?
Paimon's not sure if that's supposed to be a compliment, but we'll take it.
I can't risk doing business with people who start huffing and puffing after just a few paces. No matter how much Mora they might have. Not only will they get caught by the Matra, but they'll also get us into trouble. As decent folks trying to run an honest business. We don't need any of that. Wouldn't you agree? So that's why I prefer to have customers like you. It's your first time here, but don't worry, I won't ask too many questions. Even if you wish to buy enough knowledge capsules to decorate your house with, please, knock yourself out. As long as you have lots of round, shiny Mora, then we're all good.
Die ist verheiratet mit dem Geld, das ist Hammer. Können wir uns die Waren ansehen?
Ah, yes, of course, of course. Go ahead, help yourselves. Voila!
Wow, she has a trove of canned knowledge. Whew. She'd probably be in serious trouble if the Matra caught her with all this.
What kind of products do you seek, my dear customers? Don't worry, I'm not interested in your reasons for buying. I can, however, offer some suggestions. Take this one, for example. An analysis of the sociological ideology and dialectics of the Hilichurls. Only 3 people in all of Teyvat have ever studied it, making it extremely rare. It's on sale now for 350,000 Mora.
Das wäre etwas für Elon Musk. Das ist definitiv etwas für Elon Musk. Das zahle ich nicht.
Yeesh, who would want to be an expert in that topic?
Or how about the architectural styles and construction methods of Teyvat in the early Archon War period? With this one, you can become an expert in historic architecture preservation and find an excellent, well-paying job in nearly any nation.
Ooh, now this sounds like it could be useful.
2 million mora, and it's yours. No discounts.
Whoa! That's a lot of mora!
Of course, you are free to pick whatever your heart's desire. The contents and price of each knowledge capsule are indicated in small text on the body of each one, down at the bottom.
Alright, let's try the method that Al-Hatham mentioned.
Ich würde die vorne rechts nehmen wollen. Oh. Okay. Das sind 3 ziemlich wertvoll. Ich hätte gern diese. Und diese. Und diese.
You've really got a good head on your shoulders and quite the eye for quality.
Wie teuer? Oh oh.
We'll take these, please and thank you.
My, oh my. You are blessed with a taste for both the exquisite and the extravagant. Customers like you are a rare breed. 1 in 100. No, 1 in 1,000 even. Listen, I have a special offer for you two. If you spend just 100,000 more, you can pick any knowledge capsule of your choice up to a value of 1 million mora.
Say what now?
Das ist ein Scam.
Did you hear that? Spend another 100k and we get a capsule worth a whole million!
Lassen Sie sich das verleiten, mehr Geld auszugeben.
But all the canned knowledge we just bought is easily worth 500,000 mora. If we spend just a little more, we can get something worth 1 million mora. Isn't that a fantastic deal? Think about it. We've gone to all this trouble to get this canned knowledge. And so far, everything we bought belongs to Al-Hatham. Aren't you even the least bit curious about how this whole canned knowledge thing works? We're talking instant knowledge here. Don't you want to try it yourself?
Du bist die Neugierige. Sie es ausprobieren möchtest du. Sie möchte sie ausprobieren.
Come on. We still have around 100,000 of Al-Hatham's mora left. So let's put it to good use by finding something useful for you. You've got a deal, Dory. We'd like to spend an extra 100,000 mora.
Excellent. Then please, select from this fine collection of canned knowledge over here.
Hold on a second. Paimon thought we could choose whatever we wanted. Why can't we choose the ones from over there?
Oh, but my dear customer, the knowledge capsules over here are worth 1 million mora each. I'm sure discerning customers like yourselves will be able to find something to your liking. Please, take your time.
Oh, Paimon has a bad feeling about this. Let's use Elemental Sight again to check these.
Ah, gut. Vielleicht schauen wir nicht nach. Oh.
Huh? Why?
Für unser Seelenheil.
Hey, we're getting a capsule worth 1 million mora here. Don't be such a party pooper. Well, anyway, the mora's already been spent, so let's at least try to find something useful. Let Paimon take a look here. An introduction to traditional Sumeru brewing techniques, the art of growing spices, an overview of ancient runes. Oh, how about this one? Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Not sure we'd ever find volumes 1 through 7, but at least this knowledge should be useful, right? Let's go with this one.
Wenn es dich glücklich macht.
Dory, we'll take this one.
All right, very good. I'm expecting some new goods in the next couple days, so be sure to check back again soon. Whether it's canned knowledge or anything else you need, bring your mora to Dory and doors will open.
Our dealings with Dory went smoothly enough. Let's head to Wakala Funduk and meet up with Al-Hatham.
Oh, hey, cool. Keine Ahnung, wo die ersten 7 sind, aber Dinge wie Kampfdecken werden immer nützlich sein, wahrscheinlich. Oh, wenn sie das zu den wichtigen Sachen machen, womit man den Charakter verstärken kann, cool, nehme ich. Wann ich mal wieder Minecraft spielen werde? Ich sag nicht, dass Minecraft scheiße ist.
Tell us about what the Academia lost.
Aber ich finde keine Zeit dazu. Und ich habe auch gerade keine Motivation, groß Minecraft zu spielen. Sorry.
Mora, Mora, shiny Mora. Oh, please, come back anytime you need something.
Du kleiner Gnom. Du wärst gut nachzubauen in Final Fantasy 14, so als Ladefell. Also wir haben die Sachen, die wir brauchen, bekommen. Ein Aufzug. Aber auch eine weitere Kapsel für irgendwas. Mal schauen, was sie bringt. Ehrlich, ich bin gespannt, was sie bringen wird. Weil wenn man schaut, alles, was wir haben irgendwo, ist ein bisschen relevant. Das kann doch einfach nur eine Marke sein, von wegen hast du bekommen und gut ist. Dann halt morgen. Nö. Oh, hi.
Ha, you two made it. And from the looks on your faces, you were successful.
Whoa, there's so many people from the Academia here. Why would you pick this place as our meetup spot?
Well, Wikela Funduk is under the Academia's control, so naturally the Academia has people working here. I came to Port Ormos under the pretense of conducting official business.
You're a pretty daring guy.
Relax. No one here is interested in anything we say, and the Matcha won't come here. Okay, now, tell me how your encounter with Dory went.
Also, wir haben 3 gekauft und die hätten noch 100.000 mehr ausgegeben für Scheiße.
Okay, we did what you asked. So, can you tell us about the Knowledge Capsule that the Academia lost now?
Before that, I have to ask, why are you two so intent on tracking it down? You don't have to answer, of course.
Wir wollen uns mit dem Dendro-Arkon treffen.
Yeah, he just wants to meet the God of Wisdom and ask her about something important. We've been in Sumeru for a while now, but we still haven't found a way. When we heard that the Academia had lost something that might be related to the gods, we came here in case it turned out to be our lucky break.
In that case, you're on the right track. A short while ago, the Academia lost a knowledge capsule in the desert. It's supposedly a divine knowledge capsule. Use it, and you'll gain the wisdom of the gods.
Oh.
Wow, there's really such a thing as that? Hey, if we find it, do you think we could learn how to meet the Dendro Archon? Ooh, or how to find your sister?
I highly doubt it has any mystical properties, but it does indeed exist. And it's right here, in Port Ormos.
Oh.
So, where exactly?
That's what we need to find out next.
Ah, shit. Heißt es etwa, du bist auch auf der Suche danach?
I won't deny that. I am investigating because I'm curious as to what the divine knowledge capsule truly is. As you know, the Eremites in Port Ormos also have their eyes on it. It is an extremely precious item. The knowledge contained within may bring great power or wealth to whoever has it in their possession. Several brigades have been vying for ownership of it as of late, but there is still no victor. My personal finances and connections cannot compete with those of the Eremites. After attempting various methods, I finally managed to reach a tentative agreement with several brigades. I agreed to forego ownership of the Divine Knowledge Capsule in exchange for the opportunity to study it. After all, there's no harm in understanding what it is. However, there are those who are less amenable to negotiation, such as those from Ain al-Ahmar. They adamantly believe that the Divine Knowledge Capsule contains the Scarlet King's power, and that he will return to this world when they obtain it. They refuse to let anyone from the Academia tarnish their deity's soul.
Oh, toll.
So you kept hounding them because they refused to cooperate with you?
Yes. Ain al-Ahmar isn't exactly wealthy, but its members are determined to get that capsule by any means necessary. To that end, they've resorted to many methods more foul than fair in order to amass sufficient funds. So, I've been sabotaging their business to force them into negotiating with me. The Divine Knowledge Capsule should be up for a secret auction within the next few days. Each brigade will place their own bid, and the prize will be covertly given to the winner. To ensure the capsule's security and to evade the Matra's notice, the winning brigade will not publicly disclose their victory. Unless I know whose hands the Divine Knowledge Capsule ends up in, my agreements with them will fall through. Dory is the most reliable source of information, but that avenue was previously closed to me. With you on board now, the situation is different.
In other words, you wanted us to befriend Dory so you could find out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is.
Good.
Yes, you can say that. But this arrangement harms none of us. The day after tomorrow, go back to Dory and try to purchase information on the Divine Knowledge Capsule's whereabouts. If she has no information, wait 2 days and approach her again. If I get the opportunity to study the Divine Knowledge Capsule, I will relay my findings to you. Will that suffice as compensation?
Das ist, was ich brauche.
Okay, then we'll meet up in 2 days.
Alhaitham, before you go, we actually bought a knowledge capsule for ourselves, but we're not sure how to use it.
You two want to try using a knowledge capsule?
Yeah.
Sure, I can teach you. Doing so right under the Academia's nose is a bit problematic, though. What do you say we head to the outskirts of town?
Okay. Wenn sie den Traveler mit buffen, ist das voll geil. Das wäre super gut. Ah, ich mag die Musik hier, die ist so gut. Die ist so gut, verdammt. So. Na dann, zeig mir, was wir können.
Alright, this place works. Show me the capsule you purchased.
Here.
Sword Fighting Techniques 8. Huh. A combat class knowledge capsule. This class is something of a rare find these days, since most have been taken by the Eremites to augment their battle capabilities.
Uh-huh.
Really? Ah, yeah, what a great buy!
If you want to determine the efficacy of this capsule, I can evaluate your combat ability. However, effects will likely be minimal if you already possess a high amount of strength. We can conduct a controlled experiment where you fight 2 battles. One before using this knowledge capsule, and one after.
Oh, cool.
While you fight, we can use an Akasha terminal to monitor your various physical parameters. There may be variances in your physical strength between the 2 tests, as well as a disparity in your opponent's abilities. But don't worry. I'll run statistical analyses afterward to mitigate any confounding effects.
Wow! Alhaitham! You must have been one of those guys at the Academia who got top grades on everything. Paimon's curious about something, though. You definitely weren't one of those students who needed canned knowledge to graduate from the Academia, right? So, why are you risking getting caught by the Matra for this capsule?
Gute Frage. Frag mich auch.
When you are unable to understand a researcher's actions, most cases can be attributed to curiosity. This is but one theory.
Again, theory.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the question.
All right, let's begin the test. Just fight as you normally do.
Okay. Ist das wirklich ein Damage-Buff? Das ist voll geil. Okay, wir machen aktuell mit einem Schlag 1200 Schaden. 1279. Als Crit.
Germinate! Propagate!
Was? Noch mehr Gegner?
No one escapes my...
Stabilize.
Propagate!
Ich habe einfach nicht ausgerüstet. Ah. Okay. Also 1279 war das. Mit dem normalen Angriff.
Alright. I'll link your Akasha terminal to record data. The next step is to use this knowledge capsule. Hold it in your hand. I'll help you establish a connection with it so you can activate its power.
Okay. Na dann. Ungewohnt. Ganz als sähe es aus, ganz als sähest du auf einmal die Bilder ganz vieler mit Einhändern kämpfender Menschen in deinem Kopf aufsteigen. Und auf einmal wird all das zu einer fernen Erinnerung.
Hey, how are you feeling?
Einen Augenblick lang spürte ich etwas. Was in der Wissenskonserve steckte, wurde zu einer Erinnerung. Oh.
You mean that it worked?
Alright. Time for round 2. Fight with the same composure as before.
Cool. Zeitkabine in einer Dose. Ah, okay, cool. Das ist schöne Dragon Ball Anspielung. Na dann. Ah, der Angriff ist auf jeden Fall ein bisschen gestiegen. Wow. Naja. So 5 Punkte Schaden mehr oder so. Nett.
Propagate!
Lebt noch einer. 5 Punkte Schaden mehr von einem einfachen Angriff ist nicht schlecht. Wenn er mehr gibt.
Verdict is... Gather!
Ist auf jeden Fall ein bisschen mehr Damage drin, das ist gut. Haben das nicht hier auch die Werte geändert? Hätte ich mal nachschauen sollen.
Now, I'll start recording data again.
Oh, hey, Thumb. How's it going?
Well, the knowledge capsule you purchased did improve his combat capability. During the second fight, his overall fighting performance increased by 0.073%.
Wait, how much?
Ganz wenig. 0,073%. Das ist fast gar nichts, aber es sind 5 Punkte gewesen. Das ist also schon mal nichts.
Dory's such a jerk! She totally scammed us! 1 million Mora? This thing isn't worth a tenth of that amount!
Of course, this could be because he is so powerful that the capsule's contents were unable to produce a substantial increase.
Yep.
At the very least, this test allowed me to gain more insight into you two. Our deal seems increasingly worth my investment. I'm heading back to Akela Funduk. I await your response in 2 days' time. This is Mora for when you ask Dory for information. Pay her as much as she requests.
Okay. Tolle Zeitkapsel. 0,073%. Ja, leck mich doch am Arsch. Das ist ja gar nichts. So, dann ist das erbärmlich einfach, wie wenig jetzt steigert. Warte bis um 7 Uhr am übernächsten Tag. Yeah. Uhrzeit. Das ist ganz schnell, Finger weh, ganz so zu machen.
Let's see Dory today and ask her about where the divine knowledge capsule is.
Ich hoffe, dass, ich hoffe einfach mal, dass Paimon sagt von wegen, hey, ich will einen Refund. Hello.
Here, over here. Oh, welcome back, my loyal patrons. What can I do for you this time?
Hi.
You name it. Can knowledge, supplies, or anything else you need. I'll find a way to get it. Where there's a waterfall of Mora, there's a way.
Can you really get us anything we want? Anything at all?
Aha. So it appears that canned knowledge alone is no longer sufficient for your opulent appetite. Then please oblige me. Tell me what you have in mind.
Ich möchte Informationen im Verbleib der Wissenskonserve der Gottheit kaufen. Oh.
Oh. I knew customers with pockets as deep as yours would undoubtedly crave something more profound than ordinary canned knowledge. But you know, that kind of information isn't going to be cheap. After all, I had to work really hard to weasel my way into the auction site. Not to mention that if anyone found out that I was the leaker, I would be in big trouble.
But how can we be sure your information is accurate? Paimon's curious how you just happen to have this kind of info the moment we need it.
Oh.
Because to me, anything of value is what I consider to be my supply. Therefore, I must always be aware of what's hot on the market in order to secure more sales. As for the information's authenticity, well, you've no need to worry about that. I used a camera to take a picture of the transaction. That way, no one can dispute it.
Okay. Nimm mir deinen Preis.
It's always a pleasure doing business with such sterling patrons. Now that you've paid in full, here's the scoop. The Divine Knowledge Capsule was purchased yesterday by a certain Misery, the leader of Ain el-Ahmar.
Ain el-Ahmar? You mean the Eremites who worship the Scarlet King?
Ah, so you're already familiar with them.
Na super.
The group has done everything in their power to obtain the Divine Knowledge Capsule. After all, they believe it contains the power of the Scarlet King. That Divine Knowledge Capsule is unlike any other canned knowledge I've seen before. It was glowing bright red.
Hmm?
The capsule is clearly visible in the picture I took. You can look for yourself.
Thanks for the info, Dory.
Please, it's my pleasure. It's all thanks to discerning customers such as yourselves that my efforts yesterday were not in vain. Please, don't hesitate to contact me if you ever need anything else in the future. Mora for Dory opens doors.
Well, we figured out where the Divine Knowledge Capsule is. It turns out it ended up in the hands of Ain el-Ahmar. Let's head back and talk to Al-Hatham.
Hi, Dory.
Remember to bring a token of our friendship the next time we meet, okay? I like to think it's built on a firm foundation of solid, shining Mora.
Ich denke mal, bei ihr kann man alles kaufen, irgendwie. Wenn der richtige Preis stimmt, ne? Okay. Das Bild. Oh, ich hätte gerne ein richtiges Bild gehabt, wie der Typ das übergibt. Naja, ist okay. Man kann ja nicht alles haben. Beleuchtet rot, das ist schon sehr auffällig.
Hatham, we got the info you wanted.
Really? All right. Let's hear it.
Es sind die Ain al-Ahmar. Die Gegner, die wir gleich gegenüberstehen.
Dory even gave us evidence to verify the intel. Have a look.
Huh, look at that. Clear as day. It must have taken some guts just to infiltrate the scene of the Eremites' transaction. But then to get close enough to take a picture like this. Bold move, Dory. Very bold move.
Hey, guck mal, er ist aus Level 2, hat kein Kristall.
All right. The person in this picture is indeed Misery, the leader of Ain el-Ahmar. And the glowing red capsule he's holding appears to be the Divine Knowledge Capsule. In which case, If we play our cards right, when we confront them next week, we should be able to force them to show their hand.
Okay.
At first, Paimon didn't get why you were provoking these Ein El Achmar guys. But now, it sort of makes sense. Everything's playing right into your hands. After we defeat them, we can finally have a serious talk with their boss and get them to lend us the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
Thank you for your time and efforts. Take a few days off while I make some preparations. Let's meet up again on the afternoon of the arranged date, 3 o'clock sharp.
Alles klar, mitgemacht.
See you then.
Yo. Ein paar Tage später, am Tag des vereinbarten Treffens.
Hatham sure is taking his time. Where could he be? Oh, there he is.
Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's head to the pier in front of Pharos Lighthouse.
Das ist ja so ein guter Punkt gewesen.
Let's go.
Es ist ja so ein guter Punkt gewesen zu sagen, oh ja, machen wir nächstes Mal weiter. Schade. Na dann, ab zum Hafen. Ja, die Musik ist gut. Ich schwimme einfach eine Runde. Michel, wie geht es dir? Bett bezogen? Ich habe meins auch voll abgezogen. Das Bettlaken ist Müll, das kommt in Müll, das Ding hält nicht mehr. Du kannst dich reinlegen ins Bett, du kannst es fertig gemacht haben, das Ding. Am nächsten Morgen ist es komplett eingerollt. Total in der Mitte zusammengerollt. Das Ding hat absolut keinen Halt mehr. Total schlecht. Aber wie auch immer. Schau mal.
Hatham. I knew you were crazy, but I didn't know you were crazy enough to actually show up.
It was I who demanded that these negotiations take place. I was more worried that you might go back on your promise. But to your credit, it appears that you're sticking to your word.
Ooh.
This is turning into quite an occasion. I also brought some backup. I assume you don't mind.
Backup? Aren't you the brat from the restaurant the other day? You've come to support this lunatic because he helped you out? Fine. Your funeral. I'm not going to mince my words. Once we're done with you, you'll be nothing more than fish food. Get 'em, boys!
Uh-oh, here they come. Good luck, you two.
Wie, du kannst nicht mit. Buh. Scheiße, Mann. Okay.
That's close enough.
Ja, mit Armbrüsten, nehme ich auch.
Propagate! Spring forth!
Corner. Counter. Ow.
Skip! I'll be back. Where do you think you're going? I'll be back.
I'll be back. Die Todesanimation von denen ist so gut. Leben. Na, wie macht man das am besten? Von hier? Yeah.
Counter! Scatter!
Das passt da gut rein. Au. Ah, noch mehr von euch. Der war groß. Was bist du denn?
Propagate! Terminate!
Jo, wie kommt der da angejumpt? What the hell?
Tricks up your sleeve!
Das hat jetzt bezahlt gemacht.
Propagate!
Ah, schön gecornert.
Academia scum! Boss! Finally! Did you use it? Great! Now we can... Boss?
Boss!
What happened to him?
Oh, he mid. And he
We have
did.
to cut his Akasha connection. Now.
Voll auf so Arsch.
Target acquired. Arrest him. Do not impede our work. Is that understood, Alhaitham?
Of course. I was only trying to help.
Take him away.
Kommt mit der Axt da umherke. Was zum...
World, forget me.
Aua.
What in Tibet just happened? It's like that big guy suddenly lost his mind.
It looks like he used the Divine Knowledge Capsule.
You mean the Divine Knowledge Capsule did that to him?
Naja, das Wissen der Götter ist halt nicht für jeden geeignet, ne? Und manchmal übersteigt es einfach den menschlichen Geist. Oder, besser noch, weil es rot ist, ist es ein verkackter Virus. Der hat sich ein Virus runtergeladen. Da wir gerade davon sprechen, wo ein Freund sagte, hey, pass ja.
Oh, yeah. You mean how some researchers go insane after getting knowledge from Irminsul?
Freund vor allem.
I've heard of numerous incidents of researchers in Satyavada life going insane. The state that man is now in suggests that this is a similar situation. This Divine Knowledge Capsule does appear to be linked to the gods, but beyond that, it doesn't seem anything like the rumors suggest. Possessing it doesn't grant you divine wisdom or power. Did you hear what he said? World, forget me. What could that possibly mean?
Was er sagt, ist genau das gleiche, was ich damals bei Irminsul gehört habe. Oh, ja.
If the mantra took him away, then that means the Academia got the Divine Knowledge Capsule back too. What a shame. We were so close. Still, Paimon didn't expect the Divine Knowledge Capsule would be so dangerous. Imagine if we tried to open it. Oh, who knows what would have happened to us?
As things stand, there is no reason for me to remain in Port Ormos. I believe our collaboration has also reached its end.
Für den Moment.
Oh, we were so busy trying to find the Divine Knowledge Capsule that Paimon forgot to ask you something. Since you're a member of the Academia, do you have any idea how we could go about meeting Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Truthfully, I don't. Lesser Lord Kusanali appears to exist outside of Sumeru's entire administration. Most of the time, you wouldn't know she exists at all. Moreover, since the Academia possesses the Akasha, a symbol of our deity's wisdom, scholars have no reason to desire to make contact with the deity herself anyway.
Everything about Lesser Lord Kusanali is such a mystery.
I'm heading back to the Academia. How about you two?
It's almost the day of the Sub-Zero's festival. Maybe we should head back too. We've been rushed off our feet over the past few days, so maybe a little rest and relaxation will do us good.
Naja, da hast du wohl recht.
Then we'll part ways here, Alhaitham. Until we
Er ist schlau, er hat uns nicht verraten, dass er die Kapsel mitgenommen hat.
Now, do I deal with this thing first? Or should I produce the report that the higher-ups require?
Ah, damit haben wir den ersten Akt abgeschlossen. Cool. Cool. Boah. Voll gut. Jetzt mal ohne Scheiß, ich mag das. Ich finde das so unsagbar gut. So gut geschrieben, das Zeug. Ach, es macht voll Laune. Es macht voll Laune, einfach zuzuhören, den Leuten auch. Und natürlich Mysterium an Mysterium an Mysterium und wissen nicht, wie es ausgehen wird zum jetzigen Zeitpunkt. Ich meine, klar, wir werden gewinnen. Aber wir haben einen Power-Up bekommen für den Traveler. Das ist cool. Fraglich ist, für mich allerdings, wenn... Wir haben ja eine von 7 bekommen, von diesen komischen Büchern. Oder Kapseln. Wenn die noch weitere Kapseln haben, ob wir die verwenden können, um noch stärker zu werden eventuell. Das fände ich halt richtig, richtig gut. Immer so kleine Mini-Buff immer mal so reingedrückt. Per Download aus dem Internet oder so. Finde ich gut. Also saumäßig gut. Ganze Gebiet gefällt mir auch sehr. Ich bin sehr gespannt, in welche Richtung das gehen wird. Und vor allem, wann wir den Typen zunächst mal sehen werden. Weil ich glaube nämlich, der nächste Banner, oder die nächsten Banner, die kommen. Also wir haben ja erst noch Tainari, drauf geschissen auf den. Oh, apropos. Yeah. Immer Zeug. Also Tainari kommt noch und danach kommt... wer kommt danach? Ich glaube, danach ist ein Rerun dran. Mit Dori drin, glaube ich. Mir alles täuscht. Schauen wir mal, das können wir ja eigentlich nachschauen hier. Oder? Was hat hier? Das ist so scheiß lautes Ding. Missy Seli? Nee. Haben die schon einen anderen da drin? Nee, haben sie nicht drin. Dann kommt der Banner. Himmel! Mann, welcher Banner kommt danach? Dann kommt der Banner mit den Wüstenleuten, die wir noch nicht getroffen haben, bis auf eine Person. Keine Info, wann der kommen soll. Ich denke mal, der kommt danach. Und wenn er danach kommt, dann... Yeah. Kommt einfach danach. Dann machen wir es dann, wenn es kommt. Gut, aber das klingt eigentlich wie ein guter Punkt zum Beenden, weil dann kann ich auch vom 1 schauen, ist gleich. Freue ich mich drauf. Und wir machen beim nächsten Mal weiter. Dann geht's dann in den zweiten Akt von Kapitel 3. Yay! Das Sapzerus-Fest. Klingt gut. Klingt gut. Part 4 dann also. Yay. Also dann. Bis dahin und bis später. Ciao, ciao. Bye. Mann, ist das schön. Ich mag Sumeru. Das ist super hier.